Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is a review, okay, of these love and hip hop New York streets and the foolishness that is ensuing on these TV screens. Okay, this is season 10, episode 4. Episode 4. Okay, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird. JayBird. Dun 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 dun. And all that goodness. Okay, all that goodness. Do not forget to also like, comment, and or share this video. You can follow me on IG at J_Lees_Corner. Of course, it's on the screen somewhere up in here. And let's just get started on this video. Okay. Chrissy and Andy still up there yelling and fussing at each other at, Jonathan's fragrance party. I said, girl, bye, okay? And I'm like, Chrissy, I'll beat you up, okay? When you calm down, when you start moving your hands around. I'm like, Chrissy, no one's scared of you, mama. Chrissy is really on this show acting as if this is still season 1, 10, 11 years ago, and no one is acting that way except you. You look pretty crazy. You look a little bit batshit, if you ask me, okay? I just need Chrissy be on 10, come down to like a 6. Come down to a 6, because every confrontation or situation or conversation does not have to be a fight. Why you keep talking about who you're gonna fight? That's why you went into predicament now, because you was fighting Kimbella. Well, you wasn't fighting Kimbella. You beat up Kimbella. You stumped out Kimbella, okay? Punched in the throat. I'm going to leave it at that. Anyway, calm down, Chrissy. No. Calm down, Yandy. I'm like, what? Girl, Chrissy is getting on my nerves. I think Chrissy thinks they talked about Chrissy coming back as if Chrissy was going to come back and make this show be amazing. Oh my gosh, she's going to make it be amazing. And she's being petty. She's being childish. She's been foolish. Okay, have we been hoodwinked, led astray? I think so. I don't have time for it. Okay, I don't. I don't care. I don't care. Now, you ain't like, look, first of all, Chrissy, this whole situation here don't even have anything to do with you. Okay, this was supposed to be a celebration for Jonathan. It did not have to be all of this because of how you felt or whatever. Because again, Chrissy came in like, what's going on? What was that? I'm like, nothing about you. Chrissy, we don't care about you that much. We don't, because you don't. Okay, now Kim Bella, you know what I'm saying, come back up to ass kissing on Chrissy, who again stumped her out on TV. Okay, yeah, you didn't have that same energy at the table at lunch when you was talking about Chrissy. Excuse me. She was not talking about Chrissy in general. She was speaking about a story that was on the blogs that was about Chrissy and Jim Jones losing their house to foreclosure. As far as what we saw, we did not see her like dog and Chrissy. That's not what it was. Kimbella's really putting 20 on 10. Mainly because, as Janet keeps saying, Kimbella wants to cause confusion and conflict and fuckery between me and you because it's easier for her. Because she ain't got shit going on. Because Joelle's is in jail. Okay? And when Joelle's in jail and she not good with me, she don't have anybody else to be around here with but your crazy ass Chrissy. And you fell right in line with it. Why? Because Chrissy is petty and childish, just like Kimbella. But I digress. Anyway, no hands were thrown, okay, and let's move on from that. So we then see Joe and Tahiri hanging out. I don't know why they trying to put this whole Joe and Tahiri thing back together. You know what I'm saying? They up here shopping for Erica and Safari's wedding, and he like because they was in the store, clothes shopping or whatever. Oh, this hat is nice. And he's like, well, don't put it on my head because that's going to make it seem like you flirting with me. I'm like, so y'all want us to believe that Tahiri's back on the show when she's flirting with Joe. And Joe don't want Tahiri flirting with him because he don't want to ruin things between him and Sin in case him and Sin get back together. Lona, that's what you want us to believe? And Tahiri, that's what you came back for? You came back to be a part of Joe and Sin's fake breakup storyline? Really? Are we really? Okay, girl, they was talking or whatever, and I didn't care that much. Okay, him saying, well, I think it'd be weird if you, dress me, if we here and you pick out my clothes and you dress me for my baby mama's ex-girlfriend's wedding. I think that'd just be weird. Well, then why did you meet her at the clothing store, Joe? What'd you do that for, brother? I don't know. You went and met your ex-girlfriend at the clothing store to shop for a wedding. So if you thought it would be weird, why did you come? Why didn't y'all pick somewhere else to meet up at? I just don't. And even, to hear she keeps spinning and whatever. And I'm like, Mona, bitch. Mona, we can't. I don't care. I don't. I feel like there was other ways to hear you back and not have it. Even though the one episode with Terry was on social media, so I can't believe they made it seem as if I was saying I did not know if I wanted to get back with Joe, and they kind of make you giving them the ammunition to make it seem that way. I'm just gonna say that, but I don't care about that either. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to my baby mama ex girlfriend wedding. Well, so the crazy part I thought about it was, Sin and Erica Mina were lesbians together, and then they both got with dudes and got pregnant later. I mean, how lesbian is that? Okay, usually lesbians have kids first and then become full-fledged lesbians. They did the opposite way, but I'm gonna move on from that. Okay, Joe didn't buy no clothes, and neither did Terry. Okay, y'all not gonna fool me. Not with my goddamn time. Okay, so we then see Candy has a little powwow at her house. So she invites Juju, Jonathan, Sin, and Rich. And Rich brought that girl, Jenna Say Qua. Okay, whatever her name is. The girl who I say reminded me of a black Mariah Lynn. Okay, just is it Nina Ski. What the girl, the Jenna girl. So he said he brought her over so she can get to know, some other people. I said, oh, so we going to kind of integrate her in with other castmates. Okay, if you say so, I guess it's what it is. And he again, I know you. Like, didn't we see you perform at SOBs? Oh my God. Oh my God, you was really good. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? And because I've worked with artists before. I've worked with Missy. No. What we have to realize is I'm not hating on Yandy's confidence. What I'm gonna say is Yandy was like Mona's assistant back in them days. Okay, when Mona was working with artists, Yandy was with her. So she was a part of the team. I don't know any artist Yandy has worked with on a solo level that she's made pop. Don't say that, okay? So I'm looking like Andy, we don't need, because you and Rich supposedly had a whole management company. Whatever happened with that? Did it dissolve? I don't know. We're going to move on from that. Anyway, they say how Jennifer Qua wants to do a song with Safari. I said, really? Not Remy Ma, not Papoose, Safari. Okay. We're gonna leave that be that. Okay. I mean, I'm just really? Not even Joe Buttons. He had you saying pump it up. This Safari. Okay. Anyway, but we know this is all a setup because when that conversation comes up, Yandy, oh girl, you got to go through Erica first, because with Safari nowadays, I'm saying everything I go, it's all Erica, girl. Because look, when anybody falls in love, whether it's infatuation or true love, when you are in that beginning stages of dating someone, you are wholeheartedly spending all your time with them. And Safari is already a guy who kind of, you know, cocoons himself, away from things. So I'm not surprised that he got with Erica, who's already a whole handful, and it's already a bunch of foolishness that goes along with her. So let's cocoon ourselves in together so that we don't have a lot of stress and rumors and foolishness going on. So I'm thinking like, for her to bring up that, Genesis Quad got to go through Erica to do a song with Safari. I'm like, so y'all don't really have this little powwow solely to kind of blame Erica for the reason Safari don't talk to y'all or hang out with y'all as much. Honey, I don't have time. I don't, because I introduced, Erica to who? I introduced Erica to Rich, and we know how that went. And we know she started dating him. I then introduced her to Kimbella, and we see that they had a whole full-fledged fight where again Kimbella got her ass kicked. Okay, and then I introduced. So she's like, every time I introduce her to somebody, I'm saying, something crazy happens, and I'm like, girl, I don't really care, Yandy. Sometimes I care, sometimes I don't. This time I don't care. I don't like how Yandy trying to blame Erica for the reason Safari is kind of putting her on pause as a friend. We don't care because he moved different. Now a lot of people move different when they get into serious relationships. Okay, let's leave that there. Anyway, we then see Non-Fresher. Non-Fresher's at the ice cream parlor with his girlfriend, not his wife, with his little girlfriend, Jen. Okay, now that's Jen right there. And they two kids. Now he has been with Jen since like middle school. Okay, he's been with her since like middle school, and she's crazy. I can say that now because I see she's a bit batshit. Okay, and you like it's hard. You know what I'm saying, taking care of four people because again she's a stay-at-home mom. She at home with the kids. Even though one kid look old, they both look old enough to be in school all day. Anyway, so he says it was hard, supporting a family of four on an artist budget. So he's trying to get his own label to make more money to support his family. I guess so. Now he also brings up how Je ne sais quoi. What's it? Je ne ski. I don't know, has a show coming up, a whole little showcase or whatever, and he want to go see the showcase because it's other people interested in her, and the girl is actually talented. We're gonna talk about it a little later. Anyway, so we see Jen don't really like the girl. Okay, we see a little. He said, yeah, because what happened was the first time they met, Jen was offended and she felt disrespected because Je ne sais quoi asked to talk to me in private. And I'm like, why was she offended? Why did she feel disrespected? This is my thing that we as women who may date a man in the entry may have to just understand. Sometime if he's working with a female artist, we may not be involved in that business conversation, and you can't get upset that someone who he allegedly has a business, and I mean this in the real world, not in this fake love and hip hop world of they probably fucking, but I mean like if Je ne sais quoi really like I just want to talk to you music wise to have a little quick conversation, you as a girlfriend can't get mad that she did not want to talk to you. You don't sign no checks. So I'm like, what's she mad for? Well, he like, that was the wrong move for her to do. No, the bad move was you making your girlfriend feel like women has to include her in their professional business. They don't. Now they have to respect her as your girlfriend, yes. But if I want to talk about business, I don't have to do that with your girlfriend. And all she said was, "Can I talk to you real quick?" That's all she said. Girl, but I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't like how Fresher move. I don't like how GM move. I think they are two toxic individuals, and the fact that she is with this man for 20 years and is still a girlfriend. Okay, I believe she probably wants to get married, but they can't afford it. But you know what I'm saying? I'm like, girl, you better not just. Mm-mm. And then he brings up how the reason he kind of keeps her separate from things or whatever, because he said, I know that she wants to be included and, help me do this or that, you know what I'm saying? And I will put her in places where I think she's good at, but she can't always be here. He said, because at one point in time, he was at a video shoot with some female artist, because she don't like not now female artists he worked with. Probably because he keep fucking them, okay? Anyway, because he looked like he's a artist fucker. So, he brings up at one time at the video shoot, Jen came with her girls, like with a gang of girls, and tried to fight the girl at the video shoot. She looked too old to be doing that. No tea, no shade. Okay, no tea, no shade. She looked too old to be pulling up at video shoots trying to fight people. Girl, the fuck by. Anyway, he like, I'll let you know when you can be involved or whatever. But I'm gonna go to, you know what I'm saying, Nina say ski, whatever girl name is, show, because I want to, you know what I'm saying, get in on that or whatever. But you can't come to this one. You can't come to this showcase. But I'll let you know when you can come through. I say, it's gonna be some bullshit if I ever seen it. Now we get a quick little thing of Eric and Safari sitting around. Oh, the wedding is so stressful. It's in 3 weeks. I'm saying I'm getting bigger by the day because she's pregnant. And you want to get married in 3 weeks, and so we got to do this and that. And it's so much, girl. Okay. And they say, so what? This guest list, okay? Are you inviting Andy? What's the whole basic part of the conversation? You know what I'm saying, and I'm like, why? Like, I'm confused. Now, I feel like Erica's question should be, are we going to invite Joe and Sin? Because, that's where I would think it'd be something weird, because Joe, rich, seeing, it was all that foolishness that went on with them fussing about Safari, even dating Erica. But I'm like, why is the big issue Yandy? I'm confused. And then he like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna invite her. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that or whatever because I don't want it to be any kind of weird vibe at the wedding. So I'm like, who is Yandy beefed out with? I'm like, does Yandy and Erica really have an issue? I mean, I see how Yandy is, you know what I'm saying, taking a little shots and being shady towards Erica this season. So I do think that'll be a topic of conversation. Oh, did she have a baby yet? She been pregnant for a long time. Anyway, so but I do think at the reunion, Yandy gonna have to explain the little things she's saying and how she's kind of blaming Erica for Safari being standoffish or whatever. But I'm like, I don't get the issue between Yandy and Erica to where Safari feels like it'll be an issue or a weird vibe if Yandy. I'm like, girl, I don't know. Anyway, and Erica then said, "Well, I wonder, like, did she want you? Like, is there something going on between y'all? Like, was there ever something between you?" He like, "No, we just friends, whatever, but I'm not going to invite him." So again, he tells Erica that he's not sending an invitation to Yandy. He nervous, he says that, but I'm like, girl, I don't care. So Chrissy then brings up how because of the whole situation with Yandy, she had to go talk to somebody. Now, we didn't see this in the scene or whatever, but in them fussing or whatever at Jonathan's party, she said Yandy mentioned how she was working with her business partner, that the dude who also was helping fund this $1,000 millionaire group of ladies or whatever. But Yandy brought up how she do know the guy and how her business partner had a meeting with him at one point in time, and they discussed her possibly getting some properties to work on or whatever. But that was really it. Okay. Now Chris like, well, it didn't come across my desk. So I didn't. And she said, well, it wasn't about your thousand there. You know, a company, but it was something separate or whatever. But it was what it was. So again, Chris was making it seem as if Yandy couldn't have possibly had any kind of meeting or deal with her business partner if she didn't know, because he would not have not told her. So she then go meet with the dude, ask him, well, she said this, like, is it true? Because if it was, you would have told me. He said, well, I did meet with her and her partner, whatever, you know what I'm saying, and I told her when she was ready to let me know. And we were talking about some properties. So what Yandy said, they had a meeting, discussed possibly getting some properties together or whatever, and that was what it was. So what Yandy said kind of made sense. Chrissy is putting 20 on 10, making it seem as if Yandy said, "Oh, we got major, like we working together right now." And that ain't what we saw her say. All she said was, "I had a meeting with him before about da 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 da." So I was working with him or whatever. I'm looking like, girl, and I can't. But she's such a liar. I don't get why she's making it seem as if y'all are like in business or whatever. And he said, well, I don't know, like but you can kind of go figure that out or whatever. I'm like, all she said was they had a meeting, and Chrissy. You got a whole house. Where does Chrissy live? Okay, because if the house was foreclosed on, where is Chrissy and Jim Jones laying their head at? We seen Jim Jones in one episode in person, and since then that man been on video chat. Is he home or somewhere? Where they living? Why you so busy worried about Yandy? Where your address at, Chrissy? What is you doing? If you a thousandaire in these streets with them women flipping first time homes or whatever, why we don't see any of that? Why all we see is you up here backtracking and pussy popping and looking for what Yandy got going on? For what, Ma? For what? You called a meeting with your business partner to ask him if he had a meeting with someone else, but y'all had not damn meeting to flip down their house in New York or Jersey or to get you a house to live in, girl. The fuck by. I just. Meanwhile, Yandy and her business partner is at the Newark mayor's office meeting with who? The mayor of Newark, New Jersey, because she wants to help build low income housing, and she wants to be able to teach the kids in the schools they work with different trades, you know what I'm saying? Carpentry, masonry, all paint, help show them skills and teach them skills they can learn and make money from as they get older, or whatever. She also wants to employ people in the neighborhood so that the money stays in the neighborhood. And they've already been doing things there. So she's asked the mayor, if she can have to go ahead to do more for the kids in the neighborhoods of Newark, New Jersey. And you know what I'm saying? Now, her partner was somebody who did federal time before, so she's out of federal prison. And she brings up how, people who get out sometimes go back to a life of crime because they can't find anything else. So they're hoping that this will also help people, getting out, fresh out or whatever. They can also learn, job skills to have a steady income. And I'm like, Chrissy over here being petty as a bitch, and Yanni is out here meeting with the mayor of Newark to talk about building up neighborhoods and employing people, okay, and teaching kids hireable job skills. Chrissy, you ain't shit. Anyway, the mayor said, y'all have the green light, you know what I'm saying? Whatever we can do to help y'all, let us know, okay? I'm like, see, that's a way to stunt on somebody. Even if Yanni don't build not their house, it look like she may, okay? I'm gonna say that. Now, outside the office, she brings up to the lady or whatever how, you know what I'm saying, she met that how Chrissy, at the party was making it seem as if the only reason she got what the partner got for the house and things was because she was copying Chrissy, whatever. She didn't think that was something to be, talked about and whatnot. Old girl then said, well, when we had that meeting with him the first time, and they then show, boom, the picture of Yandy, her business partner, and the dude who works with Chrissy at their meeting. Okay, so he can't say, well, he couldn't say, even though he did not say, that he did not know them, because again, here's the proof that they had a meeting together. Okay, and so the friend then said, we had that meeting with him. He took that picture with us or whatever. I posted on my page. He then reposted to his page, but then I noticed he took it down. And she said when I talked to him about it, and I said, "What you take it down for?" He said because Chrissy asked me to. Chrissy said that she didn't want me, putting it up or whatever. And she's like, "Chrissy did what? I can't believe, like, why would you do that?" So apparently, whatever deal they had that would have, ended up happening, he kind of don't want to do now because of Chrissy. I say, I cannot take Chrissy serious. I just cannot do this shit with Chrissy, okay? And the fact that, and I like what Yandy said in this aspect. She said, she said Chrissy up here talking about refurbished houses while I'm talking about lots and blocks being rebuilt. What she doing is real cute. That little stuff over there. Right. You flipping refurbished houses. I'm trying to rebuild blocks of the neighborhood. Girl, I cannot with the bullshit. Girl, you called that man and told that man to take down an IG picture of him with Yandy because you don't like Yandy. That's how Jim House got foreclosed on. Cause you want about your business. Gonna say that. Anyway, we then see Safari beat up with Terry. I don't know why I didn't care too much. Okay, I really, really did. Chit chatting about wedding stuff. He brings up how I just don't want any weird vibes or whatever. I don't know about, what I'm saying, Andy or Erica. And she like, well, why would it be, like, what do you mean weird vibes? I'm saying, well, I just don't know. Thierry says she feel like Safari has his up in, it's in his head. Like he's making an issue when there's no issue, that she don't think it's a reason for him to feel like Yandy can't come. Or like there's some kind of issue between Yandy and Erica. I said, girl, I don't know. Now what people gonna say is when they see the season and they see things that Yandy was saying, they gonna say that was what people meant or whatever. Anyway, so but Safari is keeping himself at a distance from his friends. So it's just not fair that they don't understand that's all Safari's doing and it ain't Erica. Okay, but I don't care that much. We then see Yanni and Chrissy meet up, okay, because they're like, we're gonna just, talk about it or whatever and leave it be. I say if y'all say so. So Chrissy brings say how it's because we better meet up because I'm saying Yanni is still lying and playing games like she did back in the day. Yanni lie here and there. She do. We have caught Yanni and lies before, but for the most part, like business wise, Yanni is usually on point. But it can always be different. So Chrissy then brings up how I talked to Greg and asked Greg or whatever. But then after that, I went to the office or whatever, and I looked up, your name. And I looked up this, and she was trying to find proof that Yandy really had worked with him. But you could look. Jim Jones' house bills weren't paid for 10 years, and you didn't look up not Nan D. You knew was some kind of issue with the house, and you didn't look shit up. But the one time Yandy mentioned she knows somebody who you work with, you dug all down deep in the jungle of files to find that. But you can find out that Jim Jones' house being foreclosed on that you lived in, girl, the fuck about it. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? I've seen you lie. I've seen you lie all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I looked it up, whatever, and she's like, first of all, it wasn't in my name, okay? But at the end of the day, it was in I think it's in the holding company's name, but the check is still my check. Even though it's not in my name, that's my money, dummy. And I'm like, Chrissy, you're kind of dumb, okay? So she then said, well, Yandy, I heard, no, she said, Christy, I heard you talk to Greg and ask Greg to take down a picture of us on his page. She said, well, I did do that. I'm saying, I did that because for me, you disrespect the person who gave you your start. And now with Jimmy. I'm looking like, you bringing up shit from 10 years ago? Girl. She then said, if I can stop you from making money, if I can stop you from working with him, I'm going to do that. I'm like, so you really was petty enough to be like, I'm mad at her from something from 10 years ago, so I'm going to stop her from networking with other people. You're dumb. You're dumb. Because my thing is, look, I don't care with anybody I don't know or don't like. I don't care what you're doing for 10 years ago. I'm not going to step in. I'm not a petty person because it makes people feel like if you is petty enough to stop someone's bag who you use this in one way or the other, get money with. Because again, Yandy was helping Jim Jones, she was Jim Jones' girl. So in a way, you know what I'm saying, they was all together. But I would not want to work with you, Christy, because I would feel like if me and you ever had issue, you would purposely stop my bag. So as a business person, I would never work with Christy because it seemed like once she don't like you, she is a bad business person. But girl, I don't care. Anyway, so at this point in time, you ain't like, so you really, you know what I'm saying, took food out my, like, I work to feed kids. Christian then said, well, I feed grown-ups. And I was like, oh, okay. And so Yanni said, well, I guess a woman who doesn't have kids, wouldn't know what it's like to, have someone purposely take food out of their mouth. And I said, I wholeheartedly agree. You have to be a petty, nothing-ass person to want to take time to prevent somebody from networking with someone who you're networking with. That's stupid. You are wasting your time because at the end of the day, Yenny didn't do much to Chris. It was petty, but girl, it was petty bullshit between them. It's 10 years ago. 10 years ago. And you beat up Kimbella and y'all run around like coochie cousins. I cannot. Girl, at the end of the day, Yanny, like, I'm leaving. Cause I ain't got time for the bullshit or whatever. Chrissy feel like she won in some kind of way, but you look pathetic. You do. And I know, if I can stop somebody I don't have time to worry about stopping a bag with someone I don't like. I'm too busy getting my own bag. Okay? Gonna say that. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? I cannot. So at JLeesCorner showcase, whatever, people came out. It was what it was. Rich was there, Yandy, Safari, Erica. I think Yandy was he? I said Yandy. Honey, everybody was there. Okay, including the fresher dude. She did a good job. I liked her performance. At one point, she would dance so much, I felt like, because she was lip syncing, of course, but I think she would dance so much, she wasn't, holding the mic up to her mouth when she should be. I think the more she performed, she'll be even better, but I think it was cool. I didn't want, the crowd seemed enthused, and they seemed more enthused organically versus Mona paid us to just smile. I mean, they was enjoying the show, and I said she did good or whatever. She does have something. She is raw talent, and when someone, you know what I'm saying, cultivates that, I think she'll be amazing. You know what I'm saying, eventually or whatever. So we do see non-fresher and JLeesCorner talking, and you know what I'm saying, he still asked her to come work with him or whatever. be on his label, and she feel like, you know what I'm saying, you not even really, you know what I'm saying, where you need to be to have me on your team, so I'm saying, it can't be that. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't doing shit for my career right now. However, Rich, came here, he had DJs here, he had, you know, industry people here to watch me. Now, when they brought up Rich having Corey Guns, I'm like, Peter Guns' son who was on Young Money but had like a I'm not gonna say he's like a person who can help. I mean, he don't have a career. Am I I don't know. I don't know if he's famous in New York. But I mean, like, when have we heard one of his songs on the radio? I digress. But I mean, he's a rapper, so maybe he can still help her with whatever. I get it. But girl, I don't know. But Rich still did have people there who supposedly, can see her and get her further into what she wants to do. And her thing was, Rich at least did that. So it seemed like he wants to really invest in my career, not my coochie, but you want my coochie, and I ain't got time for that. And as they're talking or whatever, and at that point, he was like holding her hand, like, I can do this, I can do that, or whatever. And his girlfriend Jen walked in, and Jen was not happy. Jen was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? And he was shocked because again, he told her not to come, and she came anyway. Okay, and at this point in time, you know what I'm saying, she kind of, good buck at Jenna say Qua. Jenna said Squad is getting bucked back. She not backing down or whatever. And she said, she said, deflated booty getting mad. I'm saying, go on out with those shark teeth. I'm saying, go ahead on or whatever. And she in the corner doing kung fu moves. I say, Jenna said, Quad, you're funny. I like her because the fact of the matter was she didn't back down, but she also did make a full scene. It was a bit of a scene, but not as bad as I'm gonna fight you. But she was definitely like just not backing down from somebody who came up in there in her face and was in had some static. Okay, and I feel like Jen must be used to girls backing down or being scared of her, and they not. Okay, and then Jonathan said, "Oh, I know her. That's Jen, the her name was like Jen, the sad chick slayer, or something like that. The groupie slayer. The groupie slayer. I'm looking like, really? You got two full kids. You too old for that shit, Jen." And so Fresher had to drag his girlfriend Jen out to the club. And then she's outside pissed because he dragged her out the club. I can't believe you dragged me out the club. I cannot believe you. You got me fucked up. I said, girl, you was arguing. She teamed too much. She was outside trying to take her shoes off. She's in his face. The girl, I might know. I feel like she gonna be a handful, but I feel like, with us just now being introduced to you, you were doing too much, little girlfriend. We don't like it. Moving on from there. We do see Tahiri, Jonathan, and Juju talking. And Tahiri bring up how, Erica wants, like, she keeps saying how me and Joe should get back together. And it was like, what? Like Joe, like seeing Joe, she's like, what? And they like, even though Juju was like, even though him and seeing like broken up or whatever, they still was engaged or whatever. And you know what I'm saying, I think you should like lead it along for right now. I think at that point it had just happened. So you know what I'm saying, just don't get in there. Jonathan then said, you know what, because Sin's my best friend. You know what I'm saying, she's my best friend. And so Terry said, since when? He said, since recently, you know what I'm saying? And because of, I'm like, girl, the fuck about it. But he was right. He was right in a way. He said she's using you. Erica's using you. Erica is trying to hook you up with Sin's baby daddy. Okay, Erica is her ex. What do don't you realize that this, you know what I'm saying? It's not the thing to do. What? She's not using me. Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about. She is, Terry, and you look foolish. And we're gonna move on from that, okay? She don't believe it, but I do. Now we then see Safari and Yandy and Erica talking. Because, he went over to talk to Yandy and Erica came with him. And for the most part it was petty or just pointless or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yandy asked like what's the issue for her, because she feels like when Safari come around, if Safari come around and he's with Erica, he won't really talk to her. So she's like, what's is it because she don't like me? Like, is that what it is? She's like, I don't not like you. What are you talking about? Well, you was on the radio, you was saying years ago after me and Mendy's wedding or whatever, and you was like cracking jokes about it. And I'm like, girl. And she said, well, sometimes I have to be, just be crazy on, and say crazy things on the radio for interviews or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? I don't have an issue with you, whatever. And that was so long ago. And I'm saying I've grown since then. So it was like, girl, I don't have no issue with you. Cool. So they're gonna move forward from there. Okay. You know, she then brings up Yanni does how the wedding invitation thing, and then Yanni said, because he invited me to the wedding, and she's like, did he? And he's like, well, no, I didn't like really invite her, but I did. You know what I'm saying? I asked her if she wanted to come. I'm saying it was that. Yandy can see that Erica didn't know that. Okay, not only that, she can see Safari look like, oh shit, I wasn't supposed to do that. Yandy then pulled out her phone and show Erica the text between her and Safari where he did say, we trying to finish the guest list, like, so do you want to come or not? And then her response was, well, I don't know, thanks for reaching out or whatever, but if things ain't cool between me and Erica, then I don't think I should go. And then his thing was, for him, that wasn't an invitation, that was just me asking her if she wanted to come. Where Erica felt like, no, that was an invitation to come to the wedding. And, oh my God, you didn't know that, Erica? Oh my God, I cannot believe. Oh, I'm gonna leave, and then she leaves. Girl, messy, messy boots, if you ask me. So Erica's upset because, like, for one, you should never allow me to be anywhere where I don't know something that somebody else knows. Like, she should have never told me that you invited her. I did not know that. That just can't happen. And so she pissed whatever. Not ready to go home. And that was the whole Mashugana episode. God, these people gets on my nerves. Okay, Mona, don't do it. Don't you keep fucking with me. Okay, don't do it. Now I do know that Love and Hip Hop Miami starts next Monday. We saw the sneak peek today. It looks to be entertaining. It looks that way. So we shall see what happens with that. Anyway, y'all, I'm done. Peace.
Well,